Oh, I was immediately going like, oh yeah, I'm. Both have coffee. We are both ready to rock. And Ron is okay. We can hit that. We're live here. What's up, Pops? Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Good.
It's Saturday,
And we're at the shop.
and it's Saturday at the shop. And you've got some headlines for us this morning. And let me hit that gong.
Top news of the day. It's Turd Ferguson's birthday.
Hey!
Like that? ICC is a foreign affair. That sounds like a song. Hop on the member train. Find your crux.
We did it.
We did it. We did it.
And we will be back in 10 seconds. We'll see you.
I can't wait.
Right back here.
Watch the blues go up in smoke.
What is up, kiddo?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
It's a good feeling to be at the shop on a Saturday morning, isn't it?
It is. It is. I've had a kind of a quiet week. Oh, there's our baby.
Yeah, you know what dog that is?
Yeah.
That's Hallie.
Hallie.
Oh, sweet dog.
Yeah.
If you're watching this, by the way, make sure you're tagging up people. Make sure you're hitting comment and share and all of the things.
And also remember, if you're coming to us from a foreign country like Chicago, where my wife is today, let us know, and we will say good morning to you in your native tongue.
Here's what we should do. What I was just thinking about 2 seconds ago.
Yeah.
You know how Cigar Talk Live has become just more of an in-depth conversation? We haven't interacted quite as much lately.
Yeah.
Because I think it's valuable what's happening. We should definitely make sure we're connecting with our beloved audience here.
Yes.
And meanwhile, I got to figure out how I can get this to pop up. So you want to carry this?
Yeah.
Carry
is it
this
not
boat?
coming up? Are you
No.
not a member?
So that's what's important for you to hit share, so we can find our own live broadcast this morning. What do you got there?
Well, I am going to give a test run to the Whiskey Straw. This is a cigar that
We're up.
doesn't exist. It is a cigar that was provided to us by our friend Darren Chaffee. It is a beautiful Connecticut shade wrappered Lancero. Our friends at the Blendery gave us one of their super special top secret barrels.
Yes.
And we've had 1,000 of these beautiful Lanceros sitting in that barrel now for 4 months. And
I think 5.
5 months.
It's coming up
That's
on
right.
5 because it was December.
Yep. So, ipso facto meaning you're going to visit with our friends.
Miguel Duran.
You're going to meet with Miguel, who helped coordinate getting us that barrel. And we're about to release these things into the wild. The whiskey groups around in our area that we do a lot of collaboration with go crazy over these.
Now, here's the difference between that and the rest. The rest have been in the barrel maximum about 2 months previously. This will be 5 months, potentially more by the time they're out. So I'm glad you're smoking that at 90% humidity to see how it works. You want to just throw out a little bit of good mornings to all these fine folks who are joining us?
LaGrange, Missouri, of course, our friend Larry Adams is in. Julie's probably done doing taxes by now. Good day, mate. Good day, miss. And where else do we have some people coming in from? Broken Bow.
Broken Bow.
Broken Bow. Hey, how y'all doing out there? Ding, 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 ding. That's
spot on.
I don't know how to imitate a banjo. Brad, did you bring a banjo?
Oh, I forgot.
Oh, okay. I figured Brad would have had his banjo. And my wife is watching from Seneca.
From Seneca.
That means that the internet is finally there. Good day, honey. Love you. Hurry home.
Love you. Miss you. Also,
You're welcome, Grady.
oh, wow. That's a nice hat. You see, you stole that hat from me. Definition. What's up, Jamon? Good morning. Freaking, it looks good on you,
Hey,
though.
good day, mate.
Tony-
And let's also tell our friend Jamon, hey, how about you get your ass up here and pick up all these boxes?
Please. The problem with making cigars as good as you make is we sell through a lot of boxes.
Yeah.
Ipso facto, we've got a lot of empty boxes, so
Yeah.
come grab them.
Yeah.
Tony Gallant is going to trade school up there in BC.
Oh, good day, mate. Hey.
Dave Wagner.
Wagner's probably in France or Switzerland or someplace.
Somewhere
Love the
beautiful.
Wags. Love the Wags.
We also need to talk about that because I got to save the date for Pablo's wedding.
I did. I saw it.
We need to get that stuff booked up, put it down. Otherwise, your ass is gonna end up dying not going to Europe. So let's put on the books.
I'm gonna try to get to Europe before I die, but
if not, you'd have a good
it
view.
would be
Bird's eye.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's talk. Let's just talk top news here right now. Top news is it's Wayne Ferguson's birthday. Hey, happy birthday!
Yay! Many of you don't see Wayne behind the scenes, but he is our main guy behind the scenes. His last name is Ferguson. One of my favorite SNL skits is the Jeopardy.
If you have to explain what you're about to explain, they shouldn't be here.
So if I affectionately call him Turd Ferguson, and he always answers.
Funny name.
It's funny.
Get it? Big hat.
Big hat.
Funny. So we will be rerunning that.
We
will be rerunning that skit
Yeah.
on repeat all day today.
Yeah.
So happy birthday, Wayne. Thank you for everything you do for us. This is I can't wait. We talked about what we're doing. There's going to be some cool stuff for those of you who come in and watch the production stuff.
Nice.
Wayne, Ron, they keep this thing running.
They do. I feel like almost like a rock star, because as soon as the show's done, you kind of get up, you take your mics off, and then they just start swarming like ants all over and getting everything knocked down. Next thing you know,
here's the difference. Ants don't have good roadie techniques.
Yeah.
So when ants do the cables, they're all messed up.
Yeah.
But Wayne has a cable winding technique that makes it so all you have to do is throw it out, and it never bunches up, never goes Clark Griswold. No. So everything is just perfectly set up all the time. Our production has become much more enjoyable. What's up, Marty Upton? What's up, Julie Adams? What's up, Rob?
That's it.
If I'm off kilter this morning,
it's because
I'm smoking an Alfonso.
Yeah.
And this is the most blissfully distracting cigar I have ever experienced.
I smoked, we did Wednesday wind down, and I smoked a number 6, which is a 9.5 inch long, 50 ring gauge, utter perfection.
It's a true A, right? Is that what an A is?
No, an A is smaller than that. An A is like a 46 to 48.
Okay.
It's a little bit smaller ring gauge. But this is like a triple Robusto is basically what it is. I mean, it's incredible. But it lasted 2 hours, perfect amount of time. I stuck with it. But even to sit this week and have hung out with one of our dearest friends, and just to have a conversation with him, and who's a brand owner, smoking an Atabey and an Alfonso in my backyard, and to see somebody that's got 30 plus years experience say, there's really not a lot of cigars better than this on the planet.
We should talk about that, because one of our dearest friends on the planet is Jeff Hogan and the Hogan family. They are the owners of Crux Cigars. He flew down here specifically. I won't unveil exactly what's happening.
No.
But let's just talk about this for a second. Jeff Hogan flew down from Minnesota and left his family, and they have some challenges going on, sending nothing but prayers to you and your family, and came down here specifically to identify what can we do between Crux and Industrial. How can we do something different? Push the needle.
Yeah.
And when he was down here, not only did he say what you said, there's probably nothing better on the planet. He also said it's the best value of any cigar ever produced.
Right. That's what we talked about, because I gave him a Lyricos, which is about $68. And we started comparing it to some of the other big name cigars that are over $150. And he's like, it's not even close. There's a cigar that's it's not very popular because you can't get a ton, but it's $500. And he's like, this cigar for $68, in my opinion, is better than this one for $500. So, and I made a point of how good of a value that is, even though in the world of cigars, it's a higher price cigar, still kind of in that $40 to $50 range. But A, it burns extremely slow. B, it's utter perfection. But on the tails of the news this week, that Cohiba has, again, they raised their price 300% last year, making their most popular cigar, the Cohiba Behike, $100. It's now $300. So they just announced that. I mean, that cigar right there that you're smoking is better than any Behike.
I agree. I agree. I'm also biased towards
I have some aged ones, and we could A/B them. I have some from 2011. We could A/B them. I'm telling you,
I'm
won't
down.
Be close.
I'm down with that.
That would be
count
the
me in
ultimate.
on that scientific.
Johnny's going, what?
I'm thinking
What?
there could be a line for the A/B test between an Alfonso number 3 and a Behike.
Yeah, exactly.
12-year-old Behike.
Yeah.
That's a. Yeah, exactly.
Well, the guy that sold me the box down in St. Martin called me a year ago, and he said, "You still have that box?" I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "I will wire you $2,000 for a box of 10."
Wow.
And I paid him $440 for that box. Yeah.
You
Remember,
were
it was
kidding
when you guys were with us on the cruise, and we bought he gave us the Behikes.
That's when he got Andrew Nathan all drunk on the maple bourbon or whatever.
Maple rum.
Maple rum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there. I remember that.
Yeah.
But I will say, but you also have to take it into perspective, right? Because it's an experience. It's an hour and a half to 2 hour experience. And as I took Alessia and I did a little date night, daddy-daughter date, and we went to this Hoffenstein's.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
But we were there for 40 minutes, and it was $60, $65. Thinking it was great, but we also have to take into consideration of course, that's diet, you're taking in nutrition, but what else is happening that will also benefit your life in a similar way? This is kind of your mind diet, so to speak.
Right.
As you look at what you're doing for this hour and a half, and are you truly enjoying it? Is it giving you everything that you want it to do?
And do you have the rest of the camaraderie around you?
Exactly.
And all the other rest of the experience.
Everything all in.
Yeah.
Just look at what else you can be doing. A movie, fill in the blank. And all of a sudden, $35 doesn't sound like a bad deal to have a potentially life-changing conversation.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's just cigars in general. Now, you can smoke a Zulu like what Wayne's smoking at $10, $11. It's also phenomenal.
It's incredible.
So you start looking at just the value of smoking cigars, and it's there.
So the Alfonsos, to answer your next question, how many boxes did we just get? Well, Alfonso's just arrived, our second order in 14 days. And between that, a couple of Atabays, I think we received over 20 boxes. So the number 3s and 4s sold out instantly this last delivery. So we've been waiting on them for a while, but they're in the house, and they're all coming in the dress boxes.
Oh,
they're not coming in the secondary box. So that's kind of interesting. But if you haven't had an Alfonso, treat yourself to an Alfonso.
If I can take a slight pivot here, speaking of just dear friends and getting to see people, and on the Selected Tobacco United front, was it not awesome just seeing Oliver and doing some brainstorming there?
It was great.
It was, Oliver came down for our membership launch, which was last Friday.
Yep.
And what a successful first week. I mean, it just proves if you pay attention to the details when no one's watching, all of a sudden it starts to come to fruition. I'm very, very happy with it.
Some of the stuff that we're going to be doing for the Atabay Lounge and the Atabay Lounge members, some of the new Atabay products, there's some things that are in the works right now.
One is launching on Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah.
And those who have committed to Atabay or Apex will have first access to what will be launching. This is a global launch here. We will be the only one with this. Only 10 exist for now. At some point, they'll release it elsewhere. But you can be the first to put your name on this order. It will launch this week. You'll end up getting it here in a couple of months. And only the people who have committed to Atabay and Apex will have access to this, have first access to it. You can say, no, I don't want it.
Yeah, there's a lot of Atabay fans out there that will be...
10 people. 10 people will have their name on serial number 1 through 10.
Yeah.
It's substantial stuff that we're talking here. And we have let's say it this way, they leaked a little bit of information last year at the trade show about whatever this project is.
Yeah.
And we had more than 10 people who are not
They more
members.
than leaked it. It was the center of their display.
So you can go back and do some due diligence on that. But more than 10 people who are non-members wanted to know how much does it cost and when can I give you my credit card?
Yeah.
So these will move.
More importantly, there were distributors in Europe and from the U.S. that were asking Nelson, how many are you going to make? I want to buy them all. So he said, nope, the first 10, they go to Industrial Cigars. That's it. Yes. So I'm super excited.
Yes. So with that being said, maybe Evan, if you could drop the link for those of you who are watching who have not committed to membership, you should go ahead and do that. You can hop on the list and we will start communicating. But we really put a lot of pressure into what is the why behind membership without being able to use the term locker or discount.
Right.
And the third term we couldn't say necessarily was exclusivity. But what is the why behind it? So,
yep.
Big shout out to Drew. He did a fantastic job of working things over the past number of months. Came to fruition last week. I think it's a big weight off of his shoulder. He said he could sleep this week.
He wasn't sleeping. He said he was going to 2 and 3 in the morning. He just didn't. When you start to really lay out the benefits of membership, and we have large poster cards out here that have those benefits of a membership right over my shoulder, people start realizing, man, there's a lot here, and there's other stuff that we're going to add more color to when they start talking about relationships we have with vendors, or not necessarily vendors, but with other businesses in the area that are offering special pricing to our members. And I can tell you, just for one, which is Nebraska Furniture Mart, and our long, long, long history with them since 1992, 91, there's special pricing just for our members. And we've had people save more money on putting furniture and appliances in their house that the savings more than covered the cost of their membership.
That's cool.
Well, like 2x more. So those types of relationships we're going to bring to the party as well. So super excited about that.
I want to ask you something because I'm finding myself in a rut that I'm extremely happy to be in this cigar rut right now. But when I go into the humidor, I can feel these points of gravity pulling me to those. I want to ask the people who are watching, people who are in, what are some cigars that have your attention right now? I need to expand what I'm going in and looking at aside from that. I mean, this is a gravitational pull.
The
like a black hole.
Having Partagas 160s, we have a few boxes left. That I notice I'm grabbing more than I should of the new Partagas that came from El Titan. That's a beautiful cigar. The Churchill Luciano Dreamer, the new German engineer.
Weltschmerz,
that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
That's got me.
The Fiat Lux, Brad's coming in saying Fiat Lux. Alfonso changed my life in the best of ways.
Yeah. But Adames are smoking really good right now, too. I mean, it's just... But you're right. I actually stared at this morning the golden ticket, Illusione golden ticket, the Cruzado MJ12. If you haven't had that, have you had that, Johnny? MJ12, it's in a gold wrapper. Man, it's good. I had one the other night. It's like I just don't pay attention to that.
I know it's so hard it's so easy to walk past Illusione. It gets lost there. And they're such good cigars. I smoked the Epernay, I think last week.
Great cigar.
It's great.
That's where I think
it's excellent.
Cavalier and did the new Inner Circle. They have the former VP of Illusione with them, Brian Matola. Brian is with Sebastian, and they're making some great cigars, but it's almost like Cavalier and Illusione had a baby with that Inner Circle.
That's a great way to put it.
It's a really, really nice cigar. Speaking of which, why don't you talk about our friend Luciano's new cigar?
Oh, yes, and actually, that's perfect because we had a couple people who mentioned the Foreign Affair. And he told us the whole backstory. I've forgotten the backstory since It was a part of that 8-hour conversation we had in the back.
But that is the one that he's doing in a collaboration with the fine folks at Cigar Aficionado.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Now, this is the newest one to launch for an affair. This is a true Luciano. It fires on all cylinders. It's got the right amount of intensity, but it's balanced. And if you want a cigar that has depth, that fires on all cylinders, it gives you flavor, but it doesn't give you a ton of pepper. And
But
you
it
have
does-
something that changes a lot. If you just want...
It does give you a little bit more pepper than traditionally experienced in a Luciano cigar. But it's not aggressive. It's almost a white pepper. So I really enjoyed the cigar. It is definitely for somebody that's a little fuller bodied. If somebody likes some of the heavier Drew Estate stuff, the undercrown stuff, and things that are a little bit fuller bodied, this is kind of a more complex version of that. So I would definitely recommend that. I'm really excited for this. Why don't you give this a try? I'm really excited about where that's at right now, and I think once it dries out a little bit, it's going to be beautiful.
Okay, so you see our frame right here? Wow. Yeah, I think you just did that. Did I smoke one of these last week?
Look, the space shuttle. When my kids were growing up, it was oftentimes a battle to try to steal any of their food. So no matter what restaurant we were in, I'd go, look, the space shuttle, and they would always look up, and I would steal whatever food they had on their plate.
Speaking of education,
Yes.
I just discovered something that is very Cuban. Now, you see the frame right here?
Yeah.
I'm going to punch
I'm with
into
you.
that so
I'm with
that
you.
way you can show. But here's a question. How do I know that when I buy a box of Cubans, it's a true box of Cubans?
Yeah,
Aside, there are a lot of things.
Yeah,
but
there are a number of factors on the outside of the box, on the bottom of the box. Usually I can look at the bottom of the box and tell you right away. The tax stamp is usually a dead giveaway. But if you get inside of it, and now they're getting really good at faking fake serial numbers and fake labels and things like that, because it's such a big business. But when you open a box of Cubans, the first thing that you're going to see is a piece of flat cedar, and you're going to see a Habanos note that is in very light paper. If it's fake, it is just a piece of paper. Habanos actually uses rice paper. And so one way to test that, if you open the box, is set the rice paper in your hand.
will you drop that again so they can see it? It's just so wild how that works.
Let's see if I flip it over, what'll happen.
Oh, wow.
See it? It's just the wildest thing to watch. And why, I don't know why it does that, but the rice paper curls up with just the heat of your hand.
Just the heat of your hand, just curls that up. So if you get a box, you open it up, you go, oh, these things got to be real, and set it in there, and that paper just sits there. Guess what? So the fact that Nelson Alfonso, the owner of Atabey Byron Selected Tobacco, does the Bandolero, he is the designer of all labels, packaging, and boxes for Habanos. That's his client for his design firm. So it only makes sense that he would put rice paper in his box as well. So
That is just, and how it starts speeding up too is so crazy.
I think it's either that or ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ghosts.
Yeah.
That's speaking of ghosts,
Huh?
Cigar Talk Live this Tuesday, we actually, just this week, we've got George Rico coming in with Grand Habano Cigars.
That's going to be fun.
He's going to be on the podcast on Tuesday.
That's great.
And then on Wednesday, we're doing an owner spotlight with him. We will have, we'll have mic'd up conversation with him on Wednesday, but we'll also do some deals on Wednesday for Grand Habano. I think
for
it's
sure.
only right.
Yeah. Let's fill this place up on Wednesday night. George, he wanted to make a trip out here as soon as he possibly could. The 20th Anniversarios, I'm currently looking at 12 boxes that just arrived today. His stuff is doing so well, and those Anniversarios we've been out of. Most dealers get 5 boxes per quarter. This probably puts us at 70 boxes since November.
Really?
Yeah. It's
really.
He takes care of us, and obviously him coming in is just a way for people to have another opportunity to meet another really cool brand owner.
Yep. Yeah. There's a theme that's happening here. This quarter, there's a lot of brand owners that have been in this building. Things are happening, and it's very exciting to share it, as Jim Stanko brought up earlier. There's a lot of stuff happening right now.
A lot of stuff.
And that is really cool. And right now, really, we're hyper-focused. You'll see a lot of stuff coming from us on the membership side. If you have questions, if you're on our Instagram, you can go to our link in bio to our link tree. If you have a question about membership, or how does this affect my membership, or I want to become a member, what level's best, what do the features and benefits look like?
Yeah.
Go to our link in bio, click that, and that will get you directly to connect with Andrew.
Yeah.
Andrew will answer your questions, and if he's got enough of them, then every week when he does his weekly words, he'll make sure from here moving forward, it's important that you're part of this process and not just a bystander to it. So we'll be addressing FAQs every week.
Yeah. I think there is a little bit of confusion, and I think the main way to look at it is that the current members that are in this room will now have a new room. And if you've seen the renderings, it is beautiful.
It's not a downgrade.
It is not a downgrade. The Atabey private lounge that's sitting back there is actually going to come out here, and a big part of that, why that was, is it's the only Atabey private lounge in the world. And people didn't really see it unless they finally came in and got seated in the back, and then they saw the sign on the door. Now they're going to have visibility to the Atabey private lounge, but still all the benefits. Oh, guess what? It's half the price of what it is in that room.
Yep.
So public members could either go in there, or we gave them a shot, or are giving them a shot to upgrade their membership into the Atabey Lounge. Apex Lounge, next level.
It's all very exciting stuff. Yeah. It's all very, very exciting stuff. It all comes with new refinished inside of our existing lounges, our current Atabey private lounge, what will become the Apex Lounge, is getting a facelift and getting all sorts.
This room as well.
This will, it's a lot of changes are happening, and we're getting to crunch time now.
I don't know how we go back and watch the NFL draft. I'm just talking, bear with me just for a second. But there was one of the teams, you know how they go to the draft room? Mm-hmm. One of the teams had this cloud in their room that was all hexagons. But they were it was a pattern of them. So it wasn't just the whole thing it was like different areas. It was the coolest thing ever.
I'm for it.
Now we just got to go watch.
I'm
22 hours of the draft over again.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I can explain it.
So, I'm just excited you're on board
Lions.
with the clouds too, because that drop in the ceiling. We won't put you on this side of it. We won't make you listen to our brainstorming here. But with that being said, I think it's just very exciting to have things moving. We've got furniture orders about to be placed. We've got lighting orders about to be placed. We've got some stuff happening.
Yeah.
What else we got?
For anybody, I just want to make this one statement. For anybody that maybe you don't know us, we don't go backwards. Everything we do to get better. And so don't anticipate stepping back to cheaper furniture. We don't go backwards. Mm-hmm. We go forward. And you hear people that are concerned that we're going to put different furniture in, what's it going to look like, things like that. Look, I have given it to what is now affectionately known as my wife, the budget buster, and your wife. Well, I don't know how she does with budgets. But mine sucks.
No, Ale's very concerned because when she's looking at these chairs that are a $3,000 chair, she's going, "What? I don't know if we should." Yeah. So she's very concerned about everything that's going on. I said, no, it's about the experience.
I know it's not politically correct, but if somebody does burn a hole in a $3,000 leather chair, I think the fact that we're going to take them out back and shoot them, I think that's okay.
I think it's right.
I think it'll be understood.
You
get it right, Johnny? Yeah.
See,
okay, so people are with us.
Totally and truly.
There's a lake back there. Pond.
Pond, pool. Pool. Pond would be good for you. Yeah. What else do you want to send these fine folks off with?
We have so many cigars in our inventory is packed. So, in fact, a couple of people commented last Saturday, Humidor looks great. It is full. So come on in.
It does my heart so good when I look and see how much backstock of, for now, Atabey, Byron, Alfonso sits there, and just that whole display looks great.
Yeah.
The Patoro XOs are in.
All the Patoro XOs, including the Salomone.
And the Tabernacles are all in.
We got Tabernacles. We got CT-142s.
That Humidor's looking good right now.
The DC line is full. Oh, we got a chance to smoke the new Crux Habano. The Epicure Habano is no joke. And I think it might hurt the Epicure. It might start knocking down some numbers on the
Bull and Bear.
On the Bull and Bear.
I agree.
But it's going to be an addictive cigar. It's going to be a cigar that it's going to stick in people's rotation right out of the gate.
I agree.
I'm super excited about that. Apparently the boxes are in. They're loading them. So we're probably a couple weeks away. So.
But he also spoke about perhaps, he's going to get with Casey, but perhaps launching that cigar here as a part of an event.
I think if we say it,
then they're
going to feel this obligation to do it, even though we don't have an agreement.
Yep.
Yeah. I learned that from Johnny too.
Assumptive close.
Yeah, assumptive close.
I like that. Well, Pops, why don't you send them off and we can enjoy the rest of our Saturday and hopefully these guys do as well.
Yeah, so thank you for joining us today. We appreciate the fact that you make this an important part of your Saturday morning. Be sure to watch us every Tuesday night as we get deep on Cigar Talk Live. Unfortunately, our friend Adrian is not here today, so just imagine the shirt of the month. It's going to be awesome.
It's great.
With the Cigars and Guns Shirt Club. Watch us on social media. We're constantly bringing some of the new stuff that's starting to happen to the forefront. But until we see you Tuesday,
I have one more thing. Don't say
just a second.
Hey,
I have one more thing.
Is that fella for is that June 6th that he is confirmed to actually be on the show? Okay, so this week we have George Rico on Cigar Talk Live. The week after that, we're going to have a four-time platinum musician. June 13th.
This is May coming.
Yeah, I know. So coming up soon, we will have a four-time platinum musician on Cigar Talk Live.
That's very impressive.
All I gotta say is shake, 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 shake it, shake it. That's a hint.
That's
all right,
it.
now you can. Now we should say goodbye.
Okay, so we will see you guys on Tuesday. Come on in today. Let's smoke a cigar together. Let's hang out. Let's do it. Peace.
We are